Dear students, in last lecture we discussed how to determine the empirical formula from percentage composition of element. If percentage composition is given, we can determine the empirical formula. It has a number of steps. Let us revise that step. First of all, calculate the percentage of each element. Percentage of each element. If the sum of percentage of each element is not 100%, then remaining amount of percentage, it is of oxygen. So oxygen is a remaining percentage, oxygen is a remaining. If sum is not 100%, then the remaining percentage element, it is of oxygen. Second, convert it into the grams. Convert percentage in a gram. Take percentage as it is in a gram. If 20% carbon is present, convert that percentage in a gram, means 20 grams of carbon is taken. Then third step, calculate number of moles. Number of moles of each element. How it is calculated? It is calculated by formula mass divided by atomic mass. By dividing the percentage or percentage composition mass by its atomic mass, we get a number of moles of that element. Then calculate from this number of moles, calculate the smallest ratio of the moles divided by small number of moles. Small number of moles calculated, it divide all the number of moles by the smallest number. If it is comes in a fraction, then clear the fraction by multiplying it by suitable number. And last, take the simple ratio, clear the fraction, take the ratio and write down or find out the numbers, and these numbers are put in front of the atoms or along with the atoms to get the empirical formula. If we want to determine molecular formula, then we have an equation R is equal to molecular or molar mass. It is a ratio of molar mass divided by empirical formula mass. So molecular formula is equal to R into empirical formula. By using this equation, we can determine molecular formula. So we revise. Now in this case, we revise the steps. In short, we revise all the steps in determination of empirical formula of a molecule. First, find out the percentage of each element. If the sum of percentage of that element is not 100%, the remaining is taken as a oxygen. Convert percentage into grams as it is. Then calculate number of moles by dividing mass of that atom by its atomic mass. Take the smallest ratio, then clear the fraction, take the smallest ratio, small number of moles घ्यायचे आणि प्रत्येक number of moles ला divide करायचं. We get a small number of moles. Then if the number of moles comes in fraction, clear the fraction. जर ते number of moles fractions मध्ये येत असतील तर ती clear करून घ्या. आणि एक फॉर्म्युला आहे R, molar mass divided by empirical formula mass. Take the ratio, find out the value of R, and from this R value we can determine molecular formula of the compound. For determination of molecular formula, molecular weight must be known. Molecular weight of that compound must be known. On this basis, आता या रूलला समोर ठेवून याच्या बेसिसवर आपण दोन प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करू. त्याच्यातला पहिला प्रॉब्लेम आहे, एक आहे analysis of vitamin C tablet shows that it contain 40.92% of carbon by mass, 4.58% of hydrogen by mass, 54.50% weight by oxygen. So 40% carbon, 4.58% hydrogen and 54% of oxygen. The percentage of oxygen is given, means sum of this all 54 plus 4 plus 40.92, it will be definitely it will be 100. So percentage element is given. Now let us start with the first step. आता हे विटॅमिन सीचं ॲनालिसिस केलेलं आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये कार्बनचं, हायड्रोजनचं आणि ऑक्सिजनचं पर्सेंटेज दिलेलं आहे. ब्रॅकेटमध्ये तुम्हाला ॲटॉमिक वेट ऑफ कार्बन, हायड्रोजन अँड ऑक्सिजन दिलेला आहे. आपण काय करायचा, इम्पेरिकल फॉर्म्युला डिटरमाइन करायचा. पहिली स्टेप आहे फाइंड आउट द पर्सेंटेज ऑफ इच एलिमेंट. समजण्यासाठी आपण लिहून ठेवलेलं आहे इथं सगळं व्यवस्थित. आणि आता आपण लिहिलं आहे फाइंड आउट द पर्सेंटेज ऑफ इच एलिमेंट. आपल्याकडे कोणते एलिमेंट्स आहेत, कार्बन आहे, हायड्रोजन आहे आणि ऑक्सिजन आहे. त्याच्यानंतर त्याचं पर्सेंटेज दिलेलं आहे, पर्सेंटेज ऑफ इच एलिमेंट, ॲटॉमिक मास, पर्सेंटेज ऑफ इच एलिमेंट फाइंड आउट झाला 40.92. त्याच्यानंतर 4.58, ऑक्सिजनचा आहे 54.50. डेफिनेटली याची जी ॲडिशन आहे ही ॲडिशन किती येतं 100. 40 प्लस 40.92 प्लस 4 प्लस 54 किती येतं 100. सेकंड, कन्वर्ट इट इन टू ग्राम. डायरेक्टली पर्सेंटेज आहे म्हणजे दिस विल बी टेकन ॲज अ ग्राम. इट इज कन्वर्टेड इन टू ग्राम. कॅल्क्युलेट नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. हाऊ इट इज कॅल्क्युलेटेड, मास डिवायडेड बाय ॲटॉमिक मास. त्याचा मास आहे 40. ॲटॉमिक मासेस ऑफ कार्बन, हायड्रोजन, ऑक्सिजन गिवन आहेत 12, 1 आणि 16. कॅल्क्युलेट नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. नंबर ऑफ मोल्स कसा काढायचा, 40.92 डिवायडेड बाय 12, 4.58 डिवायडेड बाय 1, 54.50 डिवायडेड बाय 16. कॅल्क्युलेट नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. मग आपण हे नंबर ऑफ मोल्स कॅल्क्युलेट केले. 40.92 डिवायडेड बाय 12, this is equal to 3.41, this is 4.58 and this is equal to 3.41. After calculation we calculated the number of moles, we get number of moles 3.41, 3.41 and 4.58. So percentage is known, gram is converted, number of moles are calculated. Take the smallest ratio. How smallest ratio? We can find out the smallest ratio of all atom by dividing the small number of moles to each number of moles. So out of these three number of moles, 3.41 is the small. So divide all these numbers, three number of moles by smallest means 3.41. So 3.41 divided by 3.41, 5.58 divided by 3.41. Similarly 3.41 divided by 3.41. The number we get, it will be 1, it will be 1.34, this will be 1. So we get the smallest ratio as 1:1.34 is to 1. This is the smallest ratio, but it is in a fraction. 1.34, this number, it is in a fraction. We must have to convert this fraction into the suitable number. By multiplying with suitable number, it must be converted into the whole number. So in order to convert 1.34 into whole number, we have to multiply all these by 3. Suppose it is multiplied by 1, then it will be 1.34. No. If it is multiplied by 2, it will be around 2.5, 2.6. Then it is multiplied by 3. We get it as approximately it is equal to 4. So suitable factor for multiplication is 3. When it is multiplied by 3, first also multiplied by 3 and this value is also multiplied by 3. So we get 3, 4 and 3. So number of carbon atoms, they are 3. Number of hydrogen atoms are 4. Number of oxygen atoms are 3. So empirical formula, it will be, write down the number of atoms. Carbon 3, hydrogen 4, oxygen 3. This is a empirical formula of vitamin C tablet. So after vitamin C, after analysis we get empirical formula C3H4 and oxygen 3. So how it is calculated? Vitamin C analysis is given. It contains 40% of carbon, 4.58 of hydrogen, 54.50 of oxygen. Atomic weights are given, the element, percentage atomic mass, number of moles, divide by smallest number of moles, 1, 1.3, 1, multiplied by suitable factor, we get that factor as 3. So it is multiplied by 3, we get 4, 3 and 3. The formula will be C3H4O3. In this way, the empirical formula is we find out the empirical formula from the percentage composition. Exactly similar to this, again we can solve any other example and determine the empirical formula of the compound. So let us study or let us solve another example for determination of empirical formula, and that is a compound with molar mass. One X compound is there, compound X, its molar mass is 159. Then it was found that after analysis it contained copper as 39.62%, sulfur as 20.13%. What is the empirical formula? Atomic weight of copper 63, sulfur 32, oxygen is 16. So one compound is given, unknown compound is given X, its molecular mass is given, molar mass is given 159, and it contains 39.62% of copper, 20% of sulfur. So what will be the formula? What will be the molecular or empirical formula of this compound? Find out molecular formula. Find out molecular formula of this compound. In order to determine molecular formula, we must know what is the empirical formula of that compound. एक कंपाउंड आहे त्याचा मॉलिक्युलर मास एवढा आहे, कॉपरचा एवढा पर्सेंटेज आहे, सल्फर एवढा आहे, तर तुम्हाला मॉलिक्युलर फॉर्म्युला काढायचा आहे. मॉलिक्युलर फॉर्म्युल्यासाठी एम्पिरिकल फॉर्म्युला मस्ट बी नोन. तर आपण लिहू अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टेप. द एलिमेंट्स आर कॉपर and sulfur. Percentage of copper 39.62, sulfur is 20.13. First step है, if the sum of percentage of element is not 100, then remaining is a oxygen. मग आता आपण याचं जर सम केला 39 + 20 जर ॲडिशन केली तर अप्रॉक्सिमेटली हे 60 जवळपास येतं. म्हणजे दिस इज नॉट इक्वल टू 100%. So finally remaining is the oxygen. 39.62 plus 20.13 means 5795, 59.75. It must be subtracted from 100, 59.75. We get answer which is equal to 40.25. So this is 40.25. This is a percentage of copper, sulfur and oxygen. Percentage of copper, sulfur and oxygen. Atomic masses are given 63, 32 and 16. So percentage of each element is calculated. If it is not equal to 100%, then remaining is oxygen, third element is oxygen, and it is 40%. Converted it into the gram, take percentage as it is into the grams, calculate number of moles. How it is calculated? By dividing the mass by mass divided by atomic weight. 39.62 divided by 63, 20.13 divided by 32, 40.25 divided by 16. So number of moles here it will be 39.62 divided by 63, 40.25 divided by 16, 20.13 divided by 32. When 39.62 divided by 63, we get it as a 0.629. When 20 divided by 32, again we get this is equal to 0.629, and 40 divided by 16, we get it is equal to 2.516. So 39.62 divided by 63, 0.629 mole, 20.13 divided by 32, we get 0.629 mole. 40.25 divided by 16, we get 2.516 mole. So number of moles are calculated. Now take the smallest ratio. In order to get smallest ratio, we have to divide the small number of moles. We have to divide each number by small number of moles. Here 0.629, 0.269, they are small. So divide each by 0.629, 0.629, 0.629 divided by 0.629. This is equal to 1, this is equal to 1, and 2.16 divided by 0.629. This is equal to 2.516 divided by, this is almost equal to 4. This is equal to 4. 6 4 are 24. So this is equal to 4. So the number of atoms, copper is equal to 1, sulfur is equal to 1, and oxygen is equal to 4. The smallest ratio is 1:1:4. 1:1:4. It is 1:1:4, copper, sulfur and oxygen. Therefore, empirical formula, this is equal to 1 copper, 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen. It is a CuSO4, copper sulfate. This is a CuSO4. Now from this empirical formula, we have to determine molecular formula. We have to determine molecular formula of that compound. For that, empirical formula mass is calculated. Cu plus S plus 4 into oxygen. Atomic weight of this copper, it is 63, sulfur 32, 4 into 16, this value comes to be 159. So determination of molecular formula, R is equal to molecular formula mass divided by empirical formula mass. This is equal to 159. It is given in problem 159. Addition is equal to 1. Therefore, the R is equal to 1. When R is equal to 1, from this formula, it is clear that molecular formula and empirical formula is the same. Therefore, molecular formula is equal to empirical formula is equal to CuSO4, because the value of R, it is equal to 1. If the value of R, it comes to be 2. If it is equal to 2, then the empirical formula, it will be 2, molecular formula will be 2 into empirical formula. It will be 2 copper, 2 sulfur and 8 oxygen. If the value of R comes to be 2, then it will be different. But in this case or in this problem also, the molecular formula and empirical formula is the same, and it is a CuSO4. In this way, this is a simple method technique by which we can determine the empirical formula, and from that empirical formula mass, we can determine the molecular formula of unknown compound. For determination empirical formula, the most important thing is percentage composition of that element must be known. The percentage composition of that element must be known. So in this way, one of the important and simple concept, that is what is mean by empirical formula, it is completed, as well as we know how to solve. Now we know how to solve the problems, or know how to find out empirical formula and molecular formula of the compound. Empirical formula and molecular formula of the compound. Now next article, after this empirical formula, let us discuss some definitions. One is what is mean by chemical stoichiometry. Chemical stoichiometry, we already have or know about a chemical reactions. Chemical reaction is the process in which breaking of old bond and formation of new bonds takes place. The process in which reactants are converted into the product. Now suppose we have one example, carbon reacts with oxygen, formation of carbon dioxide takes place. This is a simple chemical reaction. In this reaction, 12 grams of carbon reacts with 32 grams of oxygen. It gives 44 grams of carbon dioxide. In this reaction, we are considering how much mass of carbon is reacted with a mass of oxygen in order to get 44 grams of carbon dioxide. Now suppose instead of 12 gram of carbon, suppose the amount is reduced to 6 gram of carbon, and I asked the student how much oxygen is required for combustion of 6 gram of carbon. Then from this equation you will tell me the answer, or you will suggest that if 12 gram of carbon requires 32, then we reduce this amount to the half, automatically this amount will get half also, and our answer it will be 16 gram of oxygen is required. So for combustion of 12 grams of carbon, 32 grams of oxygen is required, but for combustion of 6 gram of carbon, 16 gram of oxygen is required. So this is our answer. How much oxygen is required? 16 gram of oxygen is required for combustion of 6 gram of carbon. Now all these calculations, they are based on mass of reactant. They are based on mass of reactant. Sometime we have to consider the mass of product also. So the calculations which are based on the masses of reactant and product in a chemical reaction, that type of calculations are called as a stoichiometric calculations. That type of calculations are called as a stoichiometric calculations. And the chemistry or the branch of chemistry which is based on such type of calculation, that branch or that is known as, that study is known as a chemical stoichiometry. So chemical stoichiometry, what is chemical stoichiometry? Chemical stoichiometry is the calculations of masses of reactant and product, the calculations based on the masses of reactants and the product in a balanced chemical reaction. That type of calculations are called as a stoichiometry, and this type of calculation, they are included in the study, and that study is known as a chemical stoichiometry. आता what is mean by chemical stoichiometry? एक example घेऊ आपण. कार्बन आणि ऑक्सिजन कंबाईन होऊन काय तयार झाला? कार्बन डायऑक्साइड. कंबशन ऑफ कार्बन ऑक्सिजन. या रिएक्शन काय बॅलन्स काय इंडिकेट करतं? 12 grams of carbon is burned in the oxygen. 32 grams of oxygen combines with 12 grams of carbon to give 44 grams of product. आता काय झाला? मी काय केला? 12 grams ला किती लागतो? 32. मी तुम्हाला एक प्रश्न विचारला, 12 च्या जागी जर आपल्याकडे 6 ग्राम आले तर तुम्हाला किती ऑक्सिजन लागेल? तुम्ही काय केला? 12 ला 6 केला हाफ. तुम्ही पण या अमाउंटला आपण काय केला? हाफ केला. किती झालं? 16 काय झालं आपला आन्सर. आता हे जे केलेले कॅल्क्युलेशन्स आहेत, हे जे आपण लिहिलंय किंवा हे जे तुम्ही केलेले कॅल्क्युलेशन्स आहेत, या कॅल्क्युलेशन्सला स्टायकोमेट्रिक कॅल्क्युलेशन्स म्हणायचं. आणि केमिस्ट्रीमध्ये ज्या पद्धतीने अशा की मास ऑफ रिॲक्टंट आणि मास ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट रिलेटेड जे कॅल्क्युलेशन्स असतात, त्या कॅल्क्युलेशन्सला स्टायकोमेट्रिक कॅल्क्युलेशन्स किंवा काय म्हणतो आपण, ते जे ब्रँच आहे स्टडी करणार ते कोणते येतं? केमिकल स्टायकोमेट्री. तर मासेस ऑफ रिॲक्टंट, मासेस ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट रिलेटेड कॅल्क्युलेशन्स इन केमिकल रिॲक्शन, दे आर इन्क्लुडेड इन अ केमिकल स्टायकोमेट्री, अँड दिस टाइप ऑफ कॅल्क्युलेशन्स आर कॉल्ड ॲज अ स्टायकोमेट्रिक कॅल्क्युलेशन्स. आता हे झाला सिंपल झाला. आता 12 ग्राम ऑफ कार्बन react with 32 grams of oxygen produces 44 grams of carbon dioxide. मी जर आता तुम्हाला म्हणला इथं जर मला 11 ग्राम कार्बन डायऑक्साइड पाहिजे तर तुम्हाला किती कार्बन लागेल? तर तुम्ही काय केलं इथं? इट इज डिवायडेड बाय 4. 11 ग्राम साठी 44 grams of carbon dioxide required. 12 grams of carbon. 11 grams of carbon dioxide required. मग याला पण आपल्याला काय करायचं, पूर्ण डिवाइड करायचं. आवर आन्सर इट विल बी 3 grams. मग हे कॅल्क्युलेशन्स जे आहेत, these are called as a stoichiometric calculation. This type of calculations are very important in a 12th standard also. We must know how to calculate what amount of reactant products are required. So आपला आन्सर किती आला, 3 grams of carbon. 3 grams of carbon is required. So these calculations are called as chemical stoichiometric calculations. त्या calculations ला chemical stoichiometric calculation म्हणायचं. The coefficient carbon dioxide 1, oxygen 1, carbon 1. These coefficients are called as stoichiometric coefficients. या coefficients ला काय नाव आहे, they are called as a stoichiometric coefficients. So mass related calculation in a chemical reaction of reactant and product, it gives a chemical stoichiometry, or this type of calculations are called as chemical stoichiometric calculation. So student, in this lecture we discussed again, we revised how to find out rules, how to determine empirical formula from the rules. We solved 2 examples for determination of empirical formula of a compound. We studied 2 examples, we determined the empirical formula, and we discussed one concept, what is meant by chemical stoichiometry. Calculations based on mass of reactant and mass of product in a chemical reaction, it comes under the chemical stoichiometry, and this is very important concept in order to determine the masses of reactant and product. If the reactant mass is given, we can calculate the mass of product, or if product is given, we can calculate how much reactant is required if balanced chemical reaction is given. So thank you very much for listening the lectures. Thank you very much.